Welcome to the Open Jaw Pink Couch, and we're very pleased today to be talking about a very exciting new cruising product to hit the oceans in 2020, and Doug, that is?
The Ritz Carlton Yacht Collection.
Fabulous. And now tell us, how did Ritz Carlton decide to get into the cruising business? Because it seems everybody, including Richard Branson, has decided cruising is a good opportunity.
Well, Marriott, as the parent company, Marriott has been looking at cruise for well over 20 years. And looked at a variety of proposals along the way, and eventually we met through a consulting partnership.
Yes.
And decided to do this project together. And so, why specifically Ritz Carlton? Obviously, it's a great way. It's a great new property type. It's a great way for the brand to fly the flag in places it, in many cases, will never be flown.
Right.
So, but because of the types of itineraries we do, go to smaller places where there most likely will never be a Ritz-Carlton property. And it's an amazing new way to speak and offer the opportunity to create amazing new memories for their loyal guests.
Now, obviously, there was an enormous amount of market analysis that went into deciding to do this. You don't just jump into building yachts because you feel like it.
Right.
So what is the opportunity in terms of the market, specifically maybe more in Canada, but of course in North America?
Well, I guess the first thing, just going back to the design of the product and the ship itself, we worked directly with the luxury travel trade and handpicked people along the way to help us make sure we design the product right. In other words, how do we take Ritz-Carlton to sea? And then literally through every evolution of the ship and the product, we worked together with travel partners to help ensure that we were sort of addressing all of the things that they love about cruise and some of the things they thought that we might be able to do a little differently.
Okay, so now having said that, you have to give us a hint. What are you going to do differently?
Well, I think just the yachts themselves are different. I mean, when you look at this, you're seeing a super yacht. And so the passenger, the guest count, less than 300, 298 guests.
Right.
A very high crew to passenger ratio, and a super yacht that is in its both in its product, its look and feel, and in its itinerary style, more like cruising on a big private yacht.
Now, Ponant, since it was bought, is also building new yachts and looking at the market opportunity for that type of cruising.
Yep.
And are you doing something that's going to be different from that type of product in your offerings?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the first thing is we're focused on sort of perhaps in some ways more traditional cruising grounds in a different style of cruising. And I would say in the case of Ponant, they're more focused on the expedition market, which is not a market that we're really exploring.
How does one deliver Ritz-Carlton service aboard a ship?
We're working on that
Yes.
right now, and so if you've got some ideas, please send them along. We are, of course, the way that the Ritz-Carlton standard of service is delivered is a very well researched and well considered thing, and so we have a team of people working now, and they've been working for a year now on how we will deliver the Ritz-Carlton experience at sea. To say specifically how we do it. Well, the first thing is that we pay particular attention to the things that work on shore. We've also put together a team of people from across every spectrum of cruise. So we have about, I guess now we're approaching nearly 1,000 years of experience on our team from the cruise industry and all areas of cruise. And we're sort of taking all the things. I mean, most of these people came for the opportunity to start with a blank piece of paper and say, here's this standard of service that is world famous,
right?
And we're going to take it to sea. Take all the things that you learned in your career in cruise that you knew really worked, and put that on a piece of paper, and take all of the things that you wished that you could change, that wished that you could do differently, that you knew would have an impact on the guest experience. And everything we do, even on the technical side in the shipyard, everything we do is about the guest experience.
Fabulous. fabulous and exciting for you to be helming this great new initiative. So my question to you then, Doug, is the Ritz Carlton, it would seem to me, has a ready-made audience for this product. So do you need travel agents to sell the product for you?
Yes, we do, absolutely. We originally expected that our guests would come from loyal Ritz Carlton customers, of course, people who are cruising today on luxury cruise vessels, and also new to cruisers, because we learned actually in our financing process, of all places to learn something really key about our product, that people who were reviewing the project from a financing perspective would say, I've never taken a cruise, but I'm looking at what you're doing, and I'm looking at this yacht, and this is something my family would do. This is something I would do.
Right.
So we knew that new to cruising was going to be an important element. Now that we've been on sale for about 3 months, we know that new to cruising is actually a really big part of the market. And of course, reaching that market through the travel trade, it's critical. You know, we are not necessarily going to easily find those new to cruisers and educate them about the Ritz Carlton Yacht Collection, but travel agents have a host of folks who do all kinds of travel, but not necessarily into cruise yet.
There may be a fear, though, that the price point will be, of course, something that they are challenged to present to their client base.
You know, it's interesting. We actually get the opposite. So people look at the product, look at Ritz Carlton, and they say, and when they see the price, they say, I'm surprised that that's the price.
And it's all inclusive, I presume.
It is all inclusive.
Yes. Okay. Well, the launch is February 5th, 2020, I think, the very first ship that's going into the market. So between now and then, we want you back to give us a little bit more detail
Happy to do that.
On the product.
Happy to do that, and happy to work with our partners in the travel trade, because we have great travel portal for them to come to and learn about the product. And we do monthly webinars, and we're getting lots of agent bookings.
That's so good to hear. Thank you for coming in and telling us about it, Doug.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.